Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. That unfortunately that's been the only photography thing I've done in the last 6 weeks. So.
Have you used it yet, Mark? Yeah,
no, I have not. I have not. I was gone for those 2 weeks. I took up my my OMD and a couple of shots, but not more just like family snapshots. No real photography. And I came back and was just slammed with work, and I have been for the last couple of weeks. And so now, yeah, I want to get out and use it a few times here before the summer, because we're going up to looks like we're going up to near the Traverse City, Michigan, which is near the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, along Lake Michigan. So we're going up there to meet up with our friends here in July, and I'm going to plan an extra few days up and back for photography, particularly large format photography. So I want to make sure I know how to use the thing.
You've got a 90mm f8, yeah?
Yes, I got the 90mm f8.
What's it like for focusing?
What's that?
What's it like for focusing?
I don't know. I haven't tried it. I haven't even put it in the camera yet. That's how sad it's been.
You haven't done it yet, yeah.
There it is. It's in really good shape.
Yeah, I know it's not very bright. It's supposed to be difficult to focus.
Yeah, I'm gonna find out.
Yeah, this is it. You will.
Yeah, but it's in fantastic shape. But it was, I think I paid, what is it, like $295 or something like that for it.
If you go for 5.6, then or 4.5, they're horrendous.
Oh, it went from $300 to $500 or $600 just like that, and that's no, that's just not. That wasn't in the budget. And if this is completely unusable, which I doubt it will be, I mean, I think it'll be perfectly fine. I'll be able to sell it for 95% of what I paid for it anyway. So.
Yeah. I mean, this stuff goes up, not down.
Yeah. So I'm not really concerned about it, but I'm hoping to get out maybe this week. I'm thinking maybe later on this week I might be able to get to my little riverside park that I took some shots at last year and try to compare them. The 135 versus the 90, and just kind of get an idea. So.
Of course, all these weeks what have gone past, Wes must have developed that film by now.
No, I'm afraid not.
He did shoot that. The film is ready to be developed, but it's not yet developed.
Still sitting here.
Yeah. So. Oh, well, Joe, I heard Joe just picked up film photography. He got a full darkroom kit, so just send it to Joe. He'll develop it for you.
Everything.
Sweet. All right.
I got everything you could ever want in film photography. I got it.
All right.
Nice.
Cool. Not. Oh, cool. So I'm glad you can make it, Joe.
Yeah, I had just finished some ribs, and so as a matter of fact, I'm gonna leave for a little bit so I can put everything away. But yeah, I had to taste test the ribs, make sure everything was copacetic. So
okay, were they on the grill or in the oven?
Oven, yeah.
Okay, that's always a good way to do them. I mean, yeah.
It's the fail safe. It's the no brainer. The easiest way, really the easiest way, because you just throw some stuff on them. So I did something different. I used a coffee rub.
Oh, okay.
And I had 2 racks. I expected company that fell through, but in any case, ribs are never wasted. So
no.
One rack I put a coffee based rub. And then another rack was your typical kind of peppercorn rub.
Okay.
And then the one that had the peppercorn, I put Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce on it.
Okay.
Which we're all pretty much can get used to.
Yep.
And then the other one, though, I used this new Carolina style mustard barbecue sauce.
On the coffee. Huh. Okay.
On the coffee, which was very, very interesting, man. So you had that like sweet, vinegary, mustardy kind of sauce with this roasty, kind of deep, rich, roasty, coffee-ish, very seasony type of. It was
So you did. So the coffee rub had, and this is pure photography talk. I can tell.
Exactly. Well, I took pictures of it.
Okay. Well, there we go. There we go.
Yeah. So
So it had coffee. What? Salt and pepper.
yeah, just salt and I put I always put salt and pepper on my meat.
Yeah.
But yeah, just typical coffee. Coffee. Yeah, typical coffee. Yeah. No, just salt and pepper. Just a little bit though. But mostly just that rub because I don't like to cook with salt too much.
Yeah, I put a little bit in, and then I'll salt it at the end, so everybody gets they can put on whatever they want as far as flavor.
That's kind of my thing. Yeah.
Yeah, put enough.
I would rather it come out just enough to season it, but I'd rather it come out a little bland, and then for you to season it to your own liking, serving.
Cool. Oh, good. Yeah, well, that we'll be over. We'll be over for dinner here pretty soon. Don't want those ribs to go to waste. So
I got tons.
I take care of a rack all by myself, so don't feel.
Yeah, these are very, very meaty pork ribs.
Ooh, okay, like the St. Louis style ribs. The big ones?
Spare ribs.
Oh,
so they're very meaty, and they were having a hell of a sale, so I couldn't resist.
Oh yeah, no, that's always a good thing.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Let me see this. I thought I uploaded a video of them, but apparently it didn't work out too good, I guess. So,
so we were just talking before Dennis popped in about, and I didn't know this until I opened up Flickr, that Flickr got bought by SmugMug.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's really interesting. So
when did that happen?
I guess like a couple days ago.
Yeah,
so I opened up my Flickr, and
Friday,
Flickr is now part of SmugMug. I'm like, huh.
Well, ain't that like, who would have ever imagined SmugMug would be big enough to get Flickr?
Yeah. Well, I wonder. Well, Flickr is part of Yahoo, and Yahoo is everything on sales. It seems like everything's been on sale lately.
I mean, but Flickr was its main. I mean, it was one of its more successful.
Oh yeah.
To me, it's kind of like Sears selling Kenmore.
Yeah.
Right.
We're shooting for this. Yeah, I'm just scrolling through the little page. I'm waiting to the part where they say, "Well, now you got to pay more for it," because.
Right. Well, I don't pay anything for it right now. I haven't had the Pro subscription for years.
Yeah, I've had the Pro subscription and it's like $25 a year, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, I mean, you get a lot just even without the Pro. Are you Pro, Dennis, on Flickr?
No.
No. Okay. Maybe I'm the only one that's supporting. Well, maybe that's why SmugMug, because not enough you all were doing the Pro subscription.
You all, exactly. Yeah. I used to pay for SmugMug back in the day as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did a trial of them, but I went with Zenfolio for the photo sharing site because they were half the cost for what I would use it for. They were half the cost, and everything seemed to be the same. So I went with them, and I did that for a couple of years, and then I got away from it because it's just like it wasn't worth it really.
A lot of people, that was the popular thing to do. Zenfolio was kind of that like niche little website for photographers. And for other people as well. It was that little popular site that a lot of people were going to. I remember checking it out, but I stayed with SmugMug. Yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it? That's already been.
So the SmugMug Flickr thing, they got how great. They say the community always existed. Now it's uniting. Play the happy music. We're all shooting for the same thing, blah, blah, blah. A place where perspective is shared, not forced. A place where photographers belong. Yeah, but wait, what? SmugMug has acquired Flickr. If you use our products today, rest easy. They aren't going anywhere. The future is bright, but we're going to get there together. Let's do this. And then that's it. So what does that mean?
Absolutely nothing. And that's
and oh, by the way.
That's on purpose. I mean.
Yeah. Now I'm on Petapixel. SmugMug's acquisition allows it to gain tens of millions of new Flickr photographers as customers, but the two brands will continue to operate as separate entities indefinitely. Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah, because in my mind, the Flickr name means more than SmugMug. I mean, I know what they both are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would think that more people would know Flickr than SmugMug.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because Flickr is like general photo sharing for everybody.
Right.
And SmugMug was for people that were a little more serious about it, where they wanted.
And then, you know what, Mark? Maybe Wes knows as well, but I know it's been a bunch of years now. Probably 4, 5, maybe 6 years ago, but I remember it being a big deal, and a lot of people might still be upset, like SmugMug. Maybe not necessarily know why, but they're still upset over when they raised their prices. You remember that was a big deal when SmugMug raised its prices. They lost a lot of people over that deal.
Yeah, it was like 2 or 3 years ago, I think it was. Yeah.
It was just a couple of years ago.
Huh. So okay. So basically, not much left. Huh. So okay. Yeah, that's kind of interesting, but I didn't.
Because it felt like that was when it felt like that's when Netflix raised their prices. It felt like there was a lot of websites raising their prices around that time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Netflix just raised the price. What was it last month? It went from $9.99 to $10.99 a month.
Oh,
Yeah.
mine went up whenever I bought a 4K device.
Oh, okay.
And then
Yeah.
you pay, I think I pay 13 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. You
for
pay
that.
more for 4K. That's always been the case. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I haven't done that yet because I don't have a 4K device yet, but I'm sure I will. So sooner or later,
Yeah.
Sooner
I
or
mean,
later.
it's, yeah.
Probably a couple more years. The TV just keeps going and going. I mean, it does fine.
Yeah, it's just get ready for it, because when you finally plunk down the money and get that 4K, you're just going to be like a kid. It's just
Yeah.
I keep
the
hoping mine
detail in
breaks, so I have an excuse.
Yeah. My excuse was just I just wanted
Yeah.
a flipping better TV like it was, and the prices came down so much, so I got an incredible deal on mine. So
Yeah. Yeah. The price on 4K TVs is now you can get a really good one for a few $100. I mean,
yeah,
and they've got 5K. Was it 5K coming out now? So that's gonna be the next thing.
Yeah.
But that's
Now
a
they
few
got
years
those
away at
OLED
least.
screens. One of my friends got one of those OLEDs, and they're just incredible. I don't know
Yeah.
if you've seen those.
yeah.
The 4K OLED.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't have like a complete 3D effect almost. You're watching it.
Oh yeah, it's more like a window. You're just looking out a window.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. How about you, Dennis? You have a 4K TV?
Yeah, got 4K TV and a 4K player.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for your discs.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, they cost more than normal Blu-rays.
Yeah, they do. But it's worthwhile. If that's.
Yeah, it does. Wes is right. When you put on some of the 4K discs, it's like even if the film's crap, the scenery is really good. It's just,
It's the truth, Dennis, right? Like, I watch stuff just because it's 4K. I watch stuff. Mark, I was watching. I have not watched, literally, I'm not even joking. I have not watched a music video since I was 23, something like that.
Yeah.
And then that I was buying some new gear, but it wasn't quite photographic gear.
It was kind of
It was-
close. Could be used for photography.
It can be used to enhance my photography. That is
Mhm.
for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I bought that new audio gear, and so of course I had to. And now these new audio video receivers are so good.
Oh, I didn't know you bought I know you were talking about it, but you did actually buy a new an AV receiver.
Oh yeah, not just that. And then I had to go. I was like, oh, that made my speakers sound. I've had Klipsch speakers for almost 30 years, for about 28 years.
Yeah.
To be exact. I bought them in 90, and I bought my AV receiver in 90. So this stuff was almost 30 years old. And so my receiver was obviously seeing signs of age. So I bought a new one, right? That came Friday. So I spent all day Friday. Well, not all day, but
Which
when
one
I
did
got
you
off
get?
work.
Yamaha, Onkyo, Pioneer.
I got an Onkyo TX.
Okay.
What is it? A R820, something like that.
Okay.
So I got that. Fantastic price on that bad boy for what you're getting. I mean, there's better, but
yeah. But
for what you're getting, I just thought, you know, and I'm just getting back into this thing again. I just want to upgrade and be good with that for another 20, 30 years. But in any case, it made my speakers come alive again. I was like, I already had my eyes on some new clip speakers, but I wanted to try one step at a time and see where I was at. So I got the bug so bad. It's Saturday. I think I woke up at 4 or 5 in the morning and my Google was so big because I was just searching everything. I'm searching. I'm like, I gotta have these speakers now.
So did you find them?
I resisted because honestly, it made my Klipsch towers sound really good. So
yeah, well, that's important. As long as you enjoy the sound. Yeah, that's.
I said, let me get the sub. Let me go get a sub. And so I found the what is it? SW.
Oh, probably SVS.
No. It's a Klipsch. It's a Klipsch one. Not the SVS is too expensive for me. Well, the big one, because I gotta have a big one, right? Hello. And so yeah, I got the 15, and I found. Do they have Fry's Electronics out there?
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys
Atlanta's the only over here.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a couple of Fry's Electronics here. So
they've got everything.
Yeah, they got everything, and you know, so you're familiar with their little setup, right? Well, it's not a little setup, but you're familiar with their setup.
Mm-hmm.
So I go in there. They have several sound rooms, and so I'm like, I already knew what I wanted. So I just went in there, heard like 3 tones, and I'm like, dude, I want that. You know what I'm saying? I already knew. But see, they were selling that 15 for $8.99 everywhere.
Okay. Yep.
And online, Amazon, didn't matter where you buy it, $8.99.
Yep.
And so I'm like, if I'm gonna spend $900, I might as well just go down there and get it today. Why have it shipped? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I went down there. Well, I couldn't believe it, Mark. I get down there and they're having like this in-store markdown, like instant. I paid instead of $900, I paid $726 with tax.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, I got 20% off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
Awesome. Yeah. I was like, hell yeah, man. And I have it now. So what do you think I was doing all day yesterday? Tweaking. And you know what I'm saying?
You were tweaking.
Oh, I was tweaking hard, man. Hard. I'm telling you. You know what, Mark? That well, maybe you guys, especially Wes, you might really know this stuff. I'm just now getting back into audio again. Used to be in my early 20s, pretty hardcore little audiophile, but you know, life changes. So anyway, getting back into it, and now that tuner the receiver has built-in calibration. And so I hooked everything up with my old wiring and everything. I just wanted to hook up the new receiver to everything that I had existing and see the differences, right? And so I hooked it up, and it was okay. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, maybe I screwed up buying this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay, let me calibrate this thing. So I hooked up this is where the photography part comes in, because I had to use my tripod.
Okay, there we go. We got the tie-in.
So
relatively weak tie-in, but at least it wasn't.
I had to use a tripod, so it came in handy, right? So you screw the microphone onto the tripod and you put it on your listening position, and then it self measures and tunes and everything. It was incredible. The difference in the sound, it was like night and day.
And does it actually give you suggestions on where to move the speaker and that type of stuff?
A little bit. It tunes everything to make it where it sounds good where it's at.
It'll actually adjust the frequency response of the amplifier.
Yes. And also just the timing for all the speakers, so it like hits all the speakers hit you at the same time.
It's
Wow.
incredible because I have a big room that I'm doing this in, and I have tile floors. Everything's very echoey, and it was incredible. The only thing I had to do was tune my sub a little bit. There's settings on the back of the sub.
Yeah,
and
like
it's
the crossover for the
right for the so. And then of course I had to YouTube like crazy some more because I remembered seeing some videos on setting your crossover in your receiver, and oh dude,
cool.
that thing.
Well, now you've got the perfect setup to listen to music while you edit photos. So we expect your photography to increase by at least 40%.
Yeah, it's, you know what? It's the truth though. Like, because I've been taking a break from my photography for months now, and it's like you have to do some of these other things to kind of, since not like now I'm starting to get the motivation back to wanting to shoot again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Oh, that's
good music. I think we all like, you like to have a good drink possibly and put on some good music and really feel the music, and that helps you edit. At least it does with me. I mean, it helps.
I mean, I use if anytime I'm doing something creative where I need my my full attention, but I want something there, I mean, it's music.
Yeah,
put music in when I'm writing or editing or anything like that. And if it's something that's not creative, or it's just like I'm working on a spreadsheet or something like that, then I can put on like a podcast or where I'm having voice. But I can't do anything creative if voice is in the background, because you just want to automatically listen to that. Whereas music, you can just kind of absorb it.
Yeah, it's just kind of there.
Yeah.
But you still like feel it a little bit emotionally, and it like, depending on what and I have music playing when I'm shooting. I don't care where I'm at. I could be shooting like a lot of what you guys do, a lot of the landscapes and stuff. I'll have my earphones in, and I'm in the zone, man. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's it. So
maybe that's now. Let's ask Dennis, because he, as a large format photographer, I can admit that I don't have music playing when I shoot, but maybe Dennis does. Do you have like a boombox, Dennis, that you just like going?
No, afraid not, Mark. No, I'm old school. I'm the only one.
So that means you bring a reel-to-reel player then. Or a turntable. You set up a turntable.
Yeah. Probably, or I might have one of those old 8-tracks.
Yeah. You know what though, man? For real, like those 4 tracks and the 8 tracks. I mean, they sound fantastic. Honestly.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, Joe. I'm the only one on the train. The other 50 people have got earplugs in. I'm the only one looking out the window.
Yeah, exactly. Well, others are looking out the window too. It's just the window that's in their hand.
Yeah. No, it is amazing though. I mean, with all the with music everywhere and internet everywhere. I mean, now anybody can listen to anything pretty much anywhere, so it is kind of interesting. But I haven't really, I've done a little bit of photography listening to music, but I haven't tried that much. I don't know. Now, for you, Joe, because a lot of what you do is in studio, it probably helps, I would think, for the model and everything. If you play music that they're used to, that they like, I mean, it's just it kind of just gets everything going in the right direction.
Because I have a lot of portable speakers, and that's, music is so part of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a musician, but I've been raised around it and all that sort of thing. It's just a huge part of me. So like, I can shoot without music, of course, but man, I really can get in a zone. You know what I'm saying? What about you, Wes? Are you that way?
Not really. I mean, I'm the same way as Mark. Is like if I'm out going around shooting something, I gotta have like, I tried listening to music, but I tend to just zone out on it and it doesn't really do much for me. It's more of a distraction than a help.
Yeah, I could see how it could be a real benefit for a lot of studio work. I mean, especially if the model or whatever. Do you find that, Joe? I mean, that if the music you play helps.
Oh,
If the model is into a particular artist or style of music, that if you have that playing, it just kind of helps them relax and do what they do best.
It's night and day. It really is. Yeah. Even your pros, like, I've only actually shot probably in all these, 10 years of doing portraits. I've probably only shot literally probably 2 people that didn't really want music playing, because I always ask them. I always want my subject to suggest music. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the only one into it. Like, it's easier for me if they're playing. And I've had some of them want country, and I'm like, oh, really, dude? Like, come on. But
gotta take one for the team sometimes, Joe.
Yeah,
take one for the team.
Music, not, I'm just kidding.
Music, not country.
Yeah, not country, exactly. But yeah, no, whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? Let's play what gets you into it, and then I'll get into what you're getting into. But yeah, no, it's just like I say though, if I'm shooting a car show, with the exception of like the couple times I shot with Pat. Pat doesn't. He has his own tune going in his head, man. He's just like bam, 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 bam. That guy's insane.
That's interesting. I definitely listen to music when I edit photos or I'm writing, that type of stuff. And I've tried it a little bit shooting, but I just don't. It just doesn't. And maybe it's because I'm doing outside, kind of wandering, landscape or people or something like that. I kind of tend to want to hear everything that's going on around me, because a lot, especially if you're doing like street photography, if like you're out in a crowd or whatever, you can hear something going on that you weren't aware of, like a conversation or something, and then that can guide you to turning around and seeing, 2 people that are having a conversation or something that's going on. Yeah.
It's funny. It's funny, the differences, and this is a great conversation because someone watching this could pick up on the different styles, because I'm completely the opposite.
Yeah.
When if I'm shooting by myself, like I said, no matter where I'm at, I'll have earphones in.
Okay.
Head, earbuds or something. And for me, it keeps the distractions away, because when I'm shooting, for some reason, I attract attention, and inevitably someone wants to talk to me, but with headphones in, like I say, I could have them really low and still be hearing everything, but it's just with headphones in and with me being focused on with what I'm doing, man, bam, bam, you know what I'm saying? And then it keeps people from wanting to talk to me, man.
That's an interesting point. I mean, I know with film cameras, and especially large format, if there's anybody around, and I'm sure you've experienced this, Dennis, if there's anybody around and you've got the large format camera set up, they're coming over and asking you what you're doing. I mean, there's just, there's no way to avoid people coming up and saying, "Hey, is that a real camera?" Or, "Wow, my grandpa used to have something like that."
Yeah.
So
that's it. Especially at car shows, man. Car shows, and I'll get one of these guys that owns the cars that's gonna, want to talk to me, and I don't mind talking. I will have conversations, but it's super distracting for me.
It is, because they don't know. They just see a guy with a camera, and they don't know that you're really working hard to try to find good shots or that type of stuff. And it can be pretty distracting when people come up and ask you questions. I mean, they're being nice and not trying to be a pain in the ass, but they're just they're curious, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I guess I got to talk to you." Interrupt creative flow now. Stop, pause, talk to person, initiate flow again. Go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So now Joe's gonna have the rockinest house in the neighborhood.
Oh, dude, that thing hits.
Are you irritating the neighbors with the subs? Are you like shaking the floor? Is it?
I could if I really wanted to, but on a 1 to 10 scale, I probably have it about a about a 5 3/4 or a 6. I probably have it, So I wanted a huge sub to just give that nice feel, that nice thunder, but just a low roar. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's exactly the way to do it. Is to kind of so you feel the music when the music wants you to feel it, but it's not boomy.
Right. Yeah, it's not super.
It's not boomy bass. It's tight and musical bass. Yeah,
balanced is what I think it is. Yeah. When you have if you listen to classic rock or something, it's just very balanced. You're still getting because my clips have tons of mids and a really good high, so it just sounds really balanced. But when you start getting into some really booming hip hop, and it's just got those super low frequencies. I've got everything dialed into those frequencies.
You got to find some classic like organ music or something like that with the real low notes in that. That would be that's always fun to.
1812 Overture.
Yep, 1812 Overture or some of the old. I'm trying to think. Music that's written for organ, pipe organ. And you get some of those really low notes, and it just
you'd have to try the Phantom of the Opera, Joe. That goes down pretty low.
Yeah,
I put in some. They actually have. You should. Well, Wes probably knows, but you
demo
should.
disc, right?
Yeah, you should hear some of these demo discs. I mean, they will, and so I'm not getting too crazy with it because I have to break the sub in. You know what I'm saying? It has to. That takes time. So my speakers are well broken in, right? But my sub. It takes. So I'm not trying to get too crazy with it. Just
Yeah, just.
But it is fun to
normal level for a while. Yeah.
It's fun to kind of.
Is this a hi-fi you've bought or a surround sound?
You know what? That's a good question too, Dennis. Because I was so accustomed to just audio. Everything was audio. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a true audio video. You have people that are home theater. And there's a separation there now, like, right?
Yeah.
You have people that are home theater guys and guys that are audiophiles. And I'm not quite an audiophile per se, but yeah, I'm a 2.1 guy. Yeah, I like your standard 2-channel audio, and of course I'm gonna watch, and I have watched plenty of TV on there. I did some gaming on there today as well, but no, I just have your 2 towers with the sub, and that's me. You know what I'm saying? I have the whole house is wired for. I have in-ceiling speakers in the whole house, so it does have a second and a third zone.
Oh, okay, cool.
So I'll be playing with. I have speakers in here that are in the ceiling. Speakers in my bedroom.
Can you put like a remote infrared repeater or something in a particular room and then control it?
You literally can plug them into the receiver.
Okay. So you put like zone 2 remote, and that way you can control your bedroom music from the same amp. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it has, you can plug it into the receiver, or they do, each manufacturer seems like Yamaha has their own.
Yeah.
Onkyo has its own, Pioneer has its own. So that they all have these systems that you can buy, and they ain't flipping cheap either, man.
No.
So I'm like, well, why wouldn't you just buy another receiver at that point? Damn. But
yeah.
It seems, some of the receivers are so inexpensive now and good quality. I don't get like why you would buy one of these little things for it. Like I think in Yamaha's case, I want to say they're like $500-$600 for these little, you know.
No, that's the whole the watts versus the quality of the sound, so how do you and nobody can, it's you can get a 30-watt receiver for $600, or you can get a 80-watt receiver for $500 that has 7 channels and all that stuff. And can you really tell the difference? I don't know. I guess it just depends. But.
You can, Mark. You can't stick hi-fi for a surround sound. It just don't sound good.
Yeah.
You can't put your film.
I kind of tend to believe you. Well, I only have a 2-channel amplifier. I have a 2-channel integrated amplifier that I use for my listening. So I have the TV over here in the corner of the living room, and I have just like a sound bar system for that. You know, a little sound bar, it's got its own little subwoofer, and then I have the 2-channel system that is on either side of the fireplace, which is over here, and that's got the big ass speakers driven by just a 2-channel integrated amplifier, and that's where the turntable and all that stuff is hooked up to.
Yeah, you see, if you put music through a surround sound, it just won't sound as good as hi-fi.
No, if you put what's 2-channel music through a proper 2-channel amplifier, it will sound. I think maybe generally it's going to sound better than if you run it through like a 7-channel.
Yeah,
surround sound receiver.
If you put your film track, you're watching a film.
Mm-hmm.
It's so dynamic, If you got 7 channels, and each one is 200 watts, so you're looking like 1400 watt. You can shake your house, Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
rattle the tiles off the roof with that thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
but music won't sound so good going through a surround sound.
Yeah. Well, you can set the surround sound receiver just to like the music mode. You can just plug in a
stereo.
Call it the bypass or the natural or the straight through or whatever they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, direct. Yeah.
Direct mode. Yeah.
Direct.
Yeah. But it is amazing. I mean, the soundtracks on the movies and the TV, just regular TV shows, stuff that's just coming. Well, not TV, but like Netflix or Amazon, that type of stuff. Especially if you're getting it in 4K. So the audio information that comes along with it is so involved. It's crazy.
Yeah, if you watched The Revenant in 4K.
No, I haven't read it at all, but I'm sure Joe's probably watched it. He's watched every show ever on Netflix.
No, but The Revenant's a movie. No, I happen to I don't go to the movies, and that's the last movie that I seen at the movies. I was talked into it by my friend that works at See's Candy. Mark might remember See's Candy.
Oh yeah.
But was talked into it, and what an amazing movie at the theater. But no, I haven't seen it in 4K on my home system.
Yeah, the scenery is fantastic. I think it's all up on the Canadian border.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I thought it was a good movie. It was a lot of but it had some long, boring parts, but.
Yeah, but you got the soundtrack, the digital theater sound, 6 channels. It's the waterfalls are behind you. You can't get that on a hi-fi.
Mm-hmm.
No, you can't get it. But I'm really completely good. At least for now, I'm completely good with. I'm in it for the audio, pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I just watched the playoff game, the NBA playoff game. It's still big sounding and everything, you know what I'm saying? It's good enough. But boy, when I put music on, it's just like I put Phil Collins in, of course. I think everybody has to play Phil Collins. At some point you have to play that what is it? That his popular Miami Vice song there.
Oh,
yeah, you have to play that, right? That was one of my first songs I had to play. And it just, boy, when those drums kick in, it is just thunder, man. It is like that huge. I think the only thing better than that 15 from Clips is the SVS, but that thing's a monster. That the big SVS, not the smaller ones, but the big one.
Yeah, you get they have like an 18 or a 20-inch one now. I mean,
it's something like that, but it's like 1,000 watts and it's crazy. This one's 400 continuous, 800 max.
Yeah, that's enough. Yeah,
dude, this thing was 85 pounds. It's a monster. It's 28 inches.
You get about 2, one for each speaker.
I'm thinking about buying another sub. There's just like Dennis was talking about. There's one sub guys and there's dual sub guys, and that's a whole nother huge debate.
Yep, you got to have one sub per speaker. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about per speaker, but yeah. So you know, for balance, it's like a balancing to make sure you hear sound in that. It's not necessarily a power thing.
Two's got to be better.
Some people have like crazy amounts of subs. Some people have 4 subs.
Yeah. It's
just, you know, there's videos of people with this. Mark, you should have seen. So I'm in the fries, right? And the salesman goes to the back, and in some stores, you know, you go to like you pay for it and then go to a separate area to pick it up.
Yep.
You know, your fries, they like brought it out to me in this shopping cart, and it's this huge sub. And so you've got what was hilarious was you've got guys in there with their significant others, whether it be their girlfriend or their wives or whoever they are, you know, begging and pleading, trying to get permission to buy the latest TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then here I come by with my shopping cart with this sub, and it was like a TV show or a movie or something. All you saw was guys' jaws dropping because everybody wants that sub. It was like everybody. Dudes were like, oh man, you're so like all the guys with these TVs were just looking. It was such a cool moment, man. I got so many comments. It was crazy, man.
Oh, that's funny.
It was so fun, man, because guys were just, and I was just smiling and yeah, baby, like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? They were like,
yeah, all the women are like,
I don't get it.
Don't pay attention to that guy. Nope.
Yeah, I don't get it. Yeah, it's the type of thing you have to get when you're single, literally. And then that way, when you do meet somebody, they just have to accept this huge
It's already there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just part of the package.
Yeah, you have to get it. Yeah, it's a total single guy thing. Totally.
Yeah.
So, Joe, when you meet this woman, you're going to say, like, love me, love my sub.
Exactly. Or subs. Yes. Yes.
This is you realize this is a 2.1 relationship.
Yeah.
Me and you and the sub.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know, it's kind of like meeting somebody and you're like, you know, but I want more kids. I already have one kid, but I would like another with you. And so this would be our kid. So it's kind of like, you know, if I meet somebody, it's like, I need another sub and this could be our sub. Right? Like, and now I need an amp. And so the amp could be like ours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yours, mine, and ours.
It's ours together. Oh, cute.
Great. Yeah.
Oh, special, right?
Sure, honey. Go ahead. Whatever you want. Yeah.
It is. There's people on YouTube that have videos with this sub, and this one guy, he turned it up, right? He apparently has this house that's like apartments or something, and he turns it up and then runs down to these different floors, and he's recording the different doors and waiting for his roommates to open their door, like, and start yelling at him. You know what I'm saying? It literally shook the whole. I mean, it's insane, man.
Shook the whole building. Yeah,
it's
funny.
It really is. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of shaking, let's rock this house.
There he goes. There he goes. That's good, man. Yeah.
Oh man. All right, let's go into jump into this real quick because there's some good stuff this week. Dennis actually got some sunshine in the UK, so we have to document that.
Wow.
But prior to that, here's Jose, Fort Churchill, Nevada. Look at that, Joe, black and white.
All right, Jose.
That's an awesome shot. I like that.
That actually, he makes that plain sky work.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta give it to him, man. This guy, he travels enough and makes you feel like a bum. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, God, what's my problem for not getting out, right?
Yeah. What's your excuse? Huh?
Exactly. Jesus.
Yeah. That's for. I don't know how old this is or not. The remains of military camp, Fort Churchill. So that's fairly far up there in Nevada. I mean, the map shows that's like up there. Yeah, like halfway up the side of. So it's like on the opposite side of Yosemite, basically. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He gets around, man. He's not afraid to get in that vehicle. Sim does as well.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, this was taken on the 13th. So this was in that same trip. He had this stuff last week of the Mono Lake and that type of stuff. So I'm sure this was probably the same trip. But yeah, that's awesome. That's a really good shot. Here we go. The Highway 395 house. Highway.
That's what happens if you turn up the sub too loud.
Exactly. Boom. I
Take
like
the
that,
stuff
man.
off the walls.
Yeah. It reminds you of that old Wasn't that a Maxwell commercial for Maxwell tapes or something like that? Where
Yeah.
The guy sat in the chair.
Yeah. Got blown away.
Yeah.
So this is Highway 395, which runs from like Las Vegas to Reno, I think. Yeah. Look at the mountains there to I guess that's the west. Yeah, that's looking west towards the Sierra Nevada mountains. Pretty cool.
I have something to ask Wes too. I didn't realize how into vinyl people are getting. Like
huge.
I realized how big it was, but I didn't realize to the degree that like there's specific grams of vinyl and different styles of vinyl, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't realize it was, the minute I started hearing it, I was like, okay, of course it is. I didn't, you know what I mean?
Well, it's like craft beer. I mean, it started out kind of small, and now it's this big thing. It's everywhere you go.
Yeah.
And just like craft beer, you have, IBU ratings and all that, and so does vinyl. Like literally, as soon as I started hearing a couple of them talk about it, I was like, of course. I just didn't, I was like,
the 180 gram pressings are like the double IPAs of like the Imperial. That's the Imperial vinyl.
And there's different styles of vinyl, and I like I said, I didn't snap, but the minute I heard it, I was like, of course there is. Like,
now here's an image where I'm sure Simi was thinking about vinyl as he was looking at the nice smooth surface of the water here. Rocky Neck. But now I see a couple serious flaws with this image. Do you see the first one I see? 1/6 of a second.
Yeah.
You can hardly toss a camera at 1/6 of a second. And the second one is only 76 groups.
I mean, come on, Sim. And there's a third one, because look at his watermark. Like, come on.
Yeah. It's hidden.
I mean,
it's like an Easter egg in there or something, unless that was the intention, I love this image. It's a great image, but honestly, the 1/6, it does have a different feel because, you know what I'm saying? Like you get used to his, well, I set it up yesterday and I stopped the exposure today. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, 233 second exposure. Like, it's,
Yeah, you can actually see below the surface of the water. See, if this was like a normal 200-second exposure, it would have been all pillowy and
right.
But yeah, great detail on the rocks and stuff. That's very cool. Ooh, here we go.
Love this.
Lone Pine, California, taken from the Alabama Hills by Lone Pine. That's cool. Nice panoramic shot there.
Yeah, good large format that is.
Mm-hmm. It would be. I wonder how many shots this is to do this.
Yeah,
probably 3 or 4.
You'll be able to focus on the boulders on the near.
Yep. Get it all sharp.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, those mountains in the winter. And you can see on the desert side of things are starting to come alive a little bit. You're seeing some new green shoots and stuff on that. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. Oh, this would be perfect for like an 11 by 16 or whatever that camera is, right, Dennis? We can just upgrade.
Yeah. You can afford to buy the film.
Yeah. The camera's the inexpensive part. The film is what will bust your budget.
Yeah, even the film carriers, Mark. You know, like they cost a fortune. They're like £50 each.
It's crazy. So here's another image from Simi's trip down to our neck of the woods, down Charleston, South Carolina. This is tucked away, so a house just kind of out there. You got the moss on the trees. Right before things kind of started to leaf out. I mean, the grass is still in its dormant stage. Yeah, kind of cool.
It's a good perspective on that house.
Mm-hmm. Yep, it's just kind of sitting there. Yep, very nice. Oh, okay. Huntington Beach. Oh, this was taken yesterday or Friday. He made it back from the mountains. Now he's back on the coast.
What a range of photos, man. 'Cause this is completely different photography here.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. 70. He's got the 70 to 300 on the Sony. Yeah. And he got that nice and sharp there. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah, you can see he was really focused on the face. I mean, that's
1200, 1250th f8. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, excellent.
Very nice. Oh, Jupiter Rising. What was this? Dark Sky Week. Oh, yep. That's true. That was this week. I forgot about that. So positioning was not the greatest. Searching for a nice quiet location for the next time. Oh, that's cool. What was the exposure? 15 seconds? Yeah, 15 seconds at f1.8. Oh, that's cool. You got some nice Milky Way there.
What did he use? A 20 millimeter f?
Yeah, 20 millimeter. 20 seconds. ISO 1600.
5 groups. What the hell?
Yeah, come on. Get back to work, Sammy.
This guy got a fever? What's going on with this guy?
Yes, one exposure. There are about 20 different people out here. I'm guessing no one wanted to mess with anyone else's shot, so the only light painting going on was in a few cars came. Okay. This is nice. This was in Charlestown, Rhode Island. That's not too bad. That's some decent. You can see some sky glow here, but that's pretty good considering what part of the country he's in. Wow.
This would be a great image to print on metal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this would be a really nice metal image print. Yeah. That's very nice. I like the little observatory in the front lit up. Yeah. Good stuff. Very good stuff. Okay. Woburn Abbey. Oh, this is one of those small little cramped apartments that they have in the UK.
Yeah.
This is the home of the Duke of Bedford.
The Duke of Bedford.
The Duke of Bedford. Yeah. I don't. The only history I know about the building is it used to be a monastery.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, and the abbot in charge apparently said something bad about King Henry VIII, so he came down there and hung him off a tree, and chucked all the monks out, and then stole all the land. Obviously, it ended up to this guy. You know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a 3,000-acre estate.
3,000 acres? That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell?
Man.
So this is your average Englishman's house, you know.
Right. Exactly. Right.
That's cool. So this has got to be several hundred years old at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, after Henry VIII ransacked it, then it was in ruins for quite a while.
Okay. All right. Yeah. This
Yeah.
looks relatively new work over here, so maybe they rebuilt it. And yeah.
Yeah, obviously, you know, in those days, if you're friends with the king, they used to look after you.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Woburn. Woburn. There's a Woburn, Massachusetts. Woburn Gardens. So I got a little Japanese garden theme going on here, huh?
Yeah, the gardens were quite nice, actually.
Yeah. I would imagine.
Yeah, this was with the Voigtlander.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, nicely exposed.
It's got a man. The operating costs, maintenance costs, got to be pretty high for a 3,000 acre estate.
Yeah, I think most of it's like working farms and stuff like that, forests.
Yeah. Ooh. A yard. Oh, it's a real owl, huh? Yeah. It's a yard owl. Oh, it's a real one though.
That's what I thought at first too. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was using a manual. I was using a night rangefinder lens on the Sony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he kept moving around, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do that.
Yeah. I thought,
what's going on? Yeah.
I wish I'd had Wes's 600 mil. That would have been pretty good. Because I couldn't be too close because there was a fence in the way.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, there was a bald eagle there as well, but he just sat with his back to me.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like they've got a few other birds of prey here.
Yeah.
Another perch in the background, another one over there. Yeah. Cool. The eyes on the owls are great.
Yeah, they are.
Woburn Gardens.
Yeah, this is all on the estate, you know, around that big house. Yeah.
Okay, so this looks like to be at the back of the house. Yeah.
Yeah, there was some big carp in there swimming around.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
The daffodils are blooming. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Spring's here. Actually, I think that was the hottest day since 1946. I think they said on the weather.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the weather's really gone strange here. It was like midsummer, like we missed spring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's still. You'll probably still go back for a little bit of cold, but yeah, summer's at hand here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Neat one. What do we got here?
Yeah. Now these are really weird. They're all made of wood.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a full somersault.
Okay. Yeah. Looks like they're almost like out of like I guess wood or like vines or something. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yard art.
Yep.
Yeah, blue sky too.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got like a gnome or an elf or.
Yeah, but this fella was like about 8 foot tall.
Oh wow! Okay. Yeah. Oh wow! It's a neat.
Yeah, he doesn't look like it at all.
No, I mean it looks like maybe 3 or 4 feet tall, like you were on the ground shooting it. Huh?
Yeah. Towered over me.
Mm-hmm. This was with the Voigtlander again, super wide.
No, this was with the Leica 90mm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice. I like that. The texture on that wood is neat.
Mm-hmm.
New construction.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you got flowers blooming on the.
Yeah, I think these things are called follies. You know, they don't have any purpose. They used to just build.
Oh, okay. So it's just it's like a little piece of artwork or something. Just
Yeah, yeah.
Decoration.
On the estates, like you suddenly end up with like a part of a castle. Didn't have any function, and no one lived in it. They used to just build these crazy things.
Okay, yeah, just to kind of take up some space or add a point of a focus point for the garden or something. Yeah. Yeah, look at that, leaves coming out. That's a neat shot. I love the detail on the rocks.
Yeah, that certainly was nice colours all over it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, nice texture and colors. Yeah, that's a neat shot. Ooh, it's a nice perspective.
Yeah,
That's just a wide angle.
Yeah, this is a super wide. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I was literally standing right next to that planter there with the plants in.
Mhm.
Yeah, and because everything, as far as you can go, is going to be in focus.
Mm-hmm.
15 mil.
Yeah.
Yeah. The thing what gives it away is the arch on the right hand side there has got a little bit of a lean.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Leaning a little bit.
It'd be cool, like if you had a like a super wide on there, and you did some high speed sync on there, man, and just darkened everything else around it, and you've got that light shining on those plants right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Just really
that's
pop
unusual.
that out.
It's unusual in this country, Joe, because that light shining on the plants is the sun.
Exactly. You Googled it, right? To find
I was expecting the newspapers to say unidentified objects seen over it.
Yeah, you haven't seen too much of the sun lately. It's been
headline news over there, man. Yeah.
so we got a pheasant.
Yeah, this is a pheasant who
Dinner.
got quite close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could have done with your big zoom lens, Wes. You know, because 90 mil is just not long. It's not long enough.
Yeah, 90 million. Yeah.
And manual focusing on moving objects is pretty hard.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a challenge.
Good
Well, they
luck
do
with
make an
that.
adapter for the Sony there. You can always put it on there.
No, this is on the Sony.
Well, yeah, you can. I'm saying you can put the Canon lens on the Sony with an adapter.
Oh yeah,
The
I
auto
actually
that works.
see a Nikon and a Canon adapter for the Sony,
Yeah,
but it costs like 500.
yeah.
Right? Yeah.
It's not
exactly.
cheap.
Yeah. Sony telephoto lenses, they're a fortune. They're like $2,000.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, that's what Jose has, a 70 to 300 lens.
Yeah. Well, he must have saved his pennies up to get that.
Yeah. Well, it's a nice lens, but yeah, they are on the pricey side.
I think
Yeah,
because they
I
don't
did-
make their own lenses. They're paying somebody to make them for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did look at getting a 300, but it was the weight what put me off. It's over 2 kilograms.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of weight for a lens.
Yeah.
Count
Well,
around.
with the lens being that heavy, the camera at the end is almost like nothing. I mean, it's just
Yeah, I mean, it probably looks silly on a Sony.
oh, cool. This is probably pretty good size. It looks like it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this is massive. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. This looks like one of the trees from The Hobbit.
yeah.
Yeah, it does. Are those branches really coming out of his head like that?
They are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoever carved this was pretty good. Yeah, to
Yeah, no
turn
doubt.
that stump into.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because he's got like the fingers and the toes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, that's pretty cool. Neat shot.
I've also taken quite a few of these photographs with the Leica film camera, and
Mhm.
it's loaded with Provia.
Oh, okay.
Slide film.
Get that developed and see how it matches up.
Yeah, I've got two. I've got 2 rolls I've taken, so I may send for some chemicals now because
Okay. Yep.
I've got all that 4x5 stuff as well. I've got about 50 sheets of positive.
Okay. Yep.
Just finding a subject to take it with.
Yeah, that's the challenge. Well, you could bring your camera over to Florida, and I'm sure this bird would pose long enough to.
Oh yeah. I don't know if they do 300 mil lens. Well, they do 300 mil for large format, but it wouldn't be that kind of close.
Be the equivalent like a 100 millimeter for
Yeah.
Right. Need like a 1200 millimeter lens.
Right,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah.
So this is okay. Yellow throat. Okay. That's neat. Got him right in the middle of chirping, singing.
So that's about 1,000 mil on that crop sensor, eh, Wes?
Just about
Yeah.
960, I think.
Yeah. Perfect for wildlife photography.
It is. Yeah.
I could use some more.
Yeah,
I need an extender on it sometimes.
Oh,
double it up.
Yeah.
You get equivalent
Was
like
that-
2,000.
was that handheld, Wes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It came in nice and pretty sharp. Yeah. Yeah, it's a. And this is Bobolink.
Yeah. This was the reason for our trip to the park this week. Friend called me and said there was bobolink sightings. So.
Mm-hmm. You don't see a lot of those. Are they migratory?
Yeah, they're migratory and they just pass through here. They're not here for long.
Yeah, you've probably got couple weeks a year probably where they're in the area.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll be up in the mountains and up north a little bit. I think they go all the way up to Canada. They go way up north.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you know more about birds than I damn sure do. Wow. I don't know, Jack. I'm like, yeah, that looks like an interesting dude right there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bird. I identify that as a bird.
I still maintain that I wish I could go inside their head and figure out, because I think they're crazy. I think birds are nuts. I think
they are.
I think they're literally crazy. I mean, I had them twice this week. They tried to like fly in my window. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As I'm driving, and you think, son of a bitch, and then they turn right at the last minute. And I'm like, you guys are crazy, and you can see them just like chuckling or something, like, haha, I got to him. Look at that, They're just crazy. Look at that guy. Yeah. Yeah, try that with your 90 mil, Dennis.
Yeah.
See how that works out.
You'll be one-legged Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just like totally flopped out on the ground, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like a wide is there. He's just like totally just laying there.
Yeah, he seems like he is. But
so how far away were you?
Far enough.
He's in the next state, yeah.
20 yards, maybe.
Okay, and you're like pretty much at grass level then, just shooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Far enough to be able to get up and move if he started moving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, screw that. Oh man, those guys. Yeah.
Can they run very fast with?
They don't run fast, but they can lunge a good bit. So you don't want to get too close, because they can come at you fast if you're close enough, but they can't run long distance.
Yeah. Oh, little blue. Oh, this is a nice shot. I really like this.
Thanks.
The lighting's great. The background is perfect because it just draws out the. Yeah, that's nice.
It's just starting to get some color, so it's kind of cool.
Getting a little bit of the color in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. That's a really nice shot. Well, nicely framed. Colorful background, but not distracting. It's a nice contrast to what cool. That's a great image to end on. Good stuff.
Thank you.
Was that the last one?
Very nice. Good. I like that. Well, at least maybe they're not going to wipe away all the images with SmugMug. We'll have to see. I don't think so.
Hope not.
Sorry, your account's been deleted. No.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Well, cool. Good stuff, guys. Now I actually need to get out. Everybody, well, no, me and Joe haven't used our camera in a while, so we got
right. Yeah.
made photos this week. Wes did. No, Joe, no.
No. And I'll still be a little while, but I'm definitely getting motivated again. So.
Okay. Yep. I've got to renew my my annual pass for the local river park. I did that today, so I'll get my parking pass here this week, which means I can go there without getting a ticket for parking illegally. So I can actually take my camera and go to the park and make some photos. So good show, guys. Very good. Joe, we'll let you get back to your shaking the roof off the house, listening to your music.
Yeah, well, I got to get back to the ribs, but yeah.
Rib time.
I got one more rack to attend to, and then
Well, you look at it this way. You got lunch and dinner for the rest of the week almost now.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And then I made a huge pot of green chili stew, so I got that in the freezer now. And
You have that for breakfast? You ever eat that for breakfast over some eggs or something?
I absolutely had that. A little bit of rice, a little bit of beans, with a tamale,
Oh,
and a little green chili stew over it with an egg. Yep, absolutely.
yeah, topped with an egg. Yeah, over easy egg, so it kind of runs over the top.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. You know,
I see how you are.
you know how to do it. Yep.
Yeah,
Finished it
All right,
with a
guys.
couple of ribs. Good to go.
yeah. Breakfast of champions. All right, Dennis, good to have you back. The non-coughing version.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I haven't coughed for quite a while, so it's
Back amongst the living. That's good. And
ribs still haven't gone back in though.
yeah, doesn't it hurt, man, when you just cough that much? I mean, just the whole everything down there just hurts from coughing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll certainly hurt some muscles in my side because every time I would start doing any work, it hurts. You know? It's not gone back.
Yeah. No, that's understandable because coughing is it's when you think about it, man, that's rough. I mean, it really is. I mean, all those muscles and everything. So glad you're not coughing. Get those things healed up so you can lug around that big, large format camera.
That's it. Yeah, I've carried 2 cameras last week and 3 lenses. So
okay,
that's probably why my side's not got better.
Did Dennis go out with you? Was he able to go out?
Tim.
Tim. Tim.
He is Dennis. Yeah, he went out. Yes.
He went out with himself.
Yes.
Yeah. Was Tim able to get out with you at all?
No, he was working. I was away. I stayed up near a Duke of Bedford's gaff, you know. So.
Yeah. But yeah, you, Mr. Every day's a Sunday, so yeah. I mean, that's all the rest of us.
Didn't actually see the guy, but he's just like, I don't think he's a royal duke. I just think he's just a bog standard duke.
Just your standard, like your low class duke, not your high class duke.
Exactly. Yeah.
What does the high class duke have for property then? Is that like a 4,000 acre estate or what?
Well, no, I think a duke. I read recently in London. I think it was last year. The Duke of Westminster died, and I mean, the guy. I think the guy was the richest guy in the country because. His son inherited something like 9.2 billion. Yeah, I think they own half of London, you know. So
wow.
Yeah,
that's not that much.
Yeah, so if you're a royal duke, then you're next to coming from the throne.
Man, this guy's a royal duke, man. I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a royal duke in my ass, man. Like,
That's it, yeah. I mean, like your princes we got over here, you know, because you're going to have royalty in Meghan soon to be part of the royal family, you know.
Yeah.
So in Joe D terms, you've got pinky out dukes and non-pinky out dukes.
Yeah, see, like the real duke is going to be the king, isn't he? Next time round, you know. He's
yeah.
So when is that? When is the royal wedding? When is?
I think that's this. Is it this month? Is it? I'm not sure.
Oh, this month, really? Wow.
It might be this month or the beginning of next month.
Wow.
Come on, where's the Google it?
I haven't got my invite yet. I'm waiting. I just haven't seen the invite.
Well, I only live a few miles away and I haven't got mine, so don't fret.
Are they going to have like a big? Are they going to have a big motorcade or whatever to and from the?
Please, give me a break.
I don't think they can get married in anything like Westminster Abbey or anything like that because she's been married before.
Oh,
yeah.
It's on May 19th, so on May 20th, the Mark's photo spot. We expect photos.
Of course,
that's right. Yeah. That's right.
They can't get married in the Westminster Abbey because she's already been married. So where do they get married? Like by the swimming pool at the hotel or something?
Right. Yeah.
when Prince Charles got married to Camilla,
Mhm.
they got married in a registry office. They didn't get married in a church because he's been married before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're just going to hang out at like the justice of the peace, basically, and
That's
have the
it,
judge
right.
marry them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they'll have like the reception in the backyard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think
Which
how
in
much money
fact-
they'll save though by doing it that way.
Yeah, the backyard of Buckingham Palace is quite big, eh?
Yeah.
I was gonna say because when you're on a 1,000-acre estate, the backyard's a little different than mine. That's for sure.
Well, on one of our quiz shows recently, someone got asked the question: "How many rooms are there in Buckingham Palace?" And I never even thought about this one, but the answer was 700.
700.
God.
Yeah, that's exactly my reaction.
It seems about 675 more than you would need, but I'm.
Wow.
Let's see. I got one. Well, is that's? I'm assuming that includes the bathrooms, right? So I know.
Well, it just said 700. It's got 700 rooms,
Yeah. Well, let me see. Yeah, because you include the bathrooms, and I can see where you get to 700. Sure. I mean,
Every room needs the bathroom.
Yeah.
700.
Short of anywhere to stay because just down the road you got Windsor Castle. If that's not big enough for you,
Yeah.
I wonder how many rooms the Pentagon has in it, Mark.
I don't know.
You know what
Only
I'm saying?
688. It's probably less than Buckingham Palace.
Like just in comparison, dear God.
yeah.
how many rooms in the White House?
Oh, it can't be even close to that.
It's maybe 100. I don't know. I mean,
I have no idea. Yeah, how many? That is a good one. That's a good Google one.
yeah,
right
that is a
there.
good one.
Yeah, that's.
I've got. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
5, 6. I've got 10 if you include both bathrooms and the laundry room. And
Okay.
11 if I count the garage.
Okay, here we go. Designed by James Hoban, the White House has 132 rooms,
Okay.
132 rooms. Yeah.
35 bathrooms,
Okay.
and 6 levels in the residence. This includes 412 doors, 147 windows, 28 fireplaces, 8 staircases, and 3 elevators.
Okay.
Did they make it bigger when the British burnt it to the ground?
Right.
Did they add an extension?
Yeah, well, they definitely didn't make it 700 rooms. I know that. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to go from a 700-room Buckingham
Yeah.
Palace to my 8-room house. So
Yeah, well, just think how economical it is to heat up, Mark.
yeah, it's true. Think how much money I save by having a much smaller
Yeah.
dwelling. Yes.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't want to be the King of England anyway.
No.
Yeah, I mean, what a drag,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
It would be tough. It'd be like almost as bad as being Andre the Giant. You couldn't go anywhere without being recognized.
Did you see it?
Yes, we watched it.
It's good, isn't
It
it?
was a really good. It was a really good movie. Yeah,
It was a
really good. Kind of gave us some great insight into the life of of him, and kind of how he dealt with everything. So it was very good.
And how much he traveled and everything. I mean, a guy that big to travel in those days,
Mm-hmm.
that's rough, man.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
rough.
Now wait a minute. We can't go. Is there a NASCAR update for Dennis?
You know what? I didn't see the race. Maybe I missed it or
okay.
something.
Are you gonna be able to sleep this week, Dennis, without knowing?
It's okay. I'll Google it tomorrow and find out.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great
All
week.
right.
See you.
Adios.
Thanks. Take care.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.